Good evening, dear friend, and welcome to Peaceful Sleep Season. My name is Rain, and I'm really glad you're here tonight. There's no loud noise here, just gentle sounds to help you relax and fall asleep. If you want, you can set a sleep timer and turn off autoplay, so your sleep continues uninterrupted. And if you have time and your hands are free, please help me subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. That would really help me. Now, let's take a slow, comfortable breath together and let your body relax, just like that. Let your head feel the support, and take 3 gentle breaths. Inhale slowly, and exhale even slower. Once again, inhale calmly and steadily, and exhale, letting go of today, little by little. Suppress. One more time. Inhale and exhale as a long, gentle release. From here, there's nothing you need to think about. You can simply rest. Rest. And let sleep come gently, naturally. And if thoughts come and go, that's perfectly fine. Let them drift away, like slow-moving clouds in the night sky. And now, as you continue to listen, tonight's story will begin gently, with quiet details and a soft, cozy rhythm, so you can relax deeper and deeper. And now we begin tonight's story. Tonight, listen together to a quiet winter story about a small act of kindness offered in the simplest way, without expecting anything in return. It's a story that takes place late at night, when most of the lights are off and the world feels quiet and still. The first snow of the season fell gently, so softly that it transformed the entire street without making a sound. A thin layer of dust covered the porch steps, and a thin white streak lingered along the railing, as if the night had painted it with a careful hand. The wooden house was hidden behind the road, close enough to feel like part of the town, far enough to maintain its own tranquility. Inside, the house was slightly warm from the fireplace. The fire had found a gentle balance, not blazing, but smoldering slowly. its light quietly spreading throughout the house. In the kitchen, a kettle sat on the stove. The water had already boiled, and now it was settling into a softer heat that warmed the nearby air. Claire opened the cupboard and took down a cup. Then, without thinking, she reached for a second cup. She poured hot water into the first cup, and the tea released a gentle aroma in the warm kitchen light. A moment later, she filled the second cup as well. Two thin wisps of steam rose, then quietly disappeared into the room. Outside, most of the town was asleep. But Claire had lived here long enough to know there were still people awake and working. Some were finishing late shifts at places that never fully closed. Some were checking small, ordinary things as the weather turned cold. And somewhere out there, the person who kept the streets ready for morning moved through the dark hours, as steadily as the falling snow itself. Claire carried the second cup to the front door. The porch light was on, casting a warm circle on the steps and the fresh snow. When she opened the door, a gentle coolness wafted in, fresh and quiet. The kind of coolness that makes the world seem silent. She stepped outside carefully and placed the cup on the small table beside the porch chair. A napkin was neatly folded there, dry and tidy, and she set the cup right in the middle of it. There was no message. The cup simply sat under the light, warm and ready, as if it belonged there. Claire turned back inside, and the door closed softly behind her. For a while, the evening demanded little. The room was still warm. The fire still flickered. And time passed quietly, as it often does in winter. She took a book from the shelf. The pages turned slowly, unhurried, as though the house itself was breathing at a calmer pace. And she read that way for a time, until her attention began to drift elsewhere. In the distance, a figure appeared at the end of the road. A winter coat was pulled up to the neck, boots carefully treading on the snow that was beginning to hold the first footprints of the night. That's the mailman sometimes. When the weather changes, he'll have a harder time at his job. But let's not start tomorrow with a small problem. He continued with his work. The porch light caught his attention first. Then the cup, lying silently on the table, still slightly warm. He slowly approached the edge of the light and stepped onto the porch with the caution one usually takes at night, when the world seems to be at rest. His hand gripped the cup tightly, and the warmth spread through his gloves. He sat on the steps, his shoulders relaxed as the cup warmed his hands. A sip. Then another sip, slower, as one receives warmth on a long, cold night. Snow fell gently, steadily through the porch light. The town remained silent. When the cup was empty, it was placed back on the table, neatly on the napkin. And before the mailman left, he placed something beside it, small, ordinary, and carefully chosen for winter nights. A packet of honey. No message was included. It was simply a reply, sent with the same quiet intention as the tea person. The figure walked away, disappearing into the darkness as gently as they had arrived. Claire never opened the door. She didn't need to make it a conversation for it to have meaning. Later, when she checked the porch, the packet of honey was still there beside it. The cup was empty. She brought the cup inside, rinsed it with warm water, and continued. The honey was stored in the kitchen drawer, along with the tea bags, little things for the cold weeks and late nights. This time, she deliberately took 2 cups down from the cupboard. Chamomile tea warmed the second cup, gentle and familiar, and the kitchen too. A gentle fragrance wafted through the quiet moments. On the porch table, Claire spread a clean cloth and folded it once, creating a dry spot for the cup. Beside it, she placed the packet of honey, returning it to the night as if it belonged there. The porch lights switched on, casting a warm and steady glow on the steps and the fresh snow. Further away, the sound of a snowplow moved steadily along the main road. From here, no noise could be heard, only a familiar presence, a sound that made morning seem closer even in the dead of night. In an instant, the snowplow stopped at the end of the road. The operator stepped out to check something small. A quick adjustment for the cold air. Nothing urgent. Then the porch light drew their attention. And the cup, lying silently in its warm circle. He finished his work first, then walked up slowly, as if this stillness was important. He sat down in the porch chair, holding the cup between his hands, letting the warmth spread before taking his first sip. A long sip followed, and with it came a feeling of gentle relaxation, peace, even if only for a minute. When he stood up to leave, he left something behind, sealed hand warmers, neatly placed beside the cup. Cup. Practical, simple. By morning, the kitchen drawers were changed again. Tea bags and honey, and now even hand warmers, waiting for the next cold night. In the following nights, the porch lights were on almost every night. The spare cup appeared regularly and quietly, like a few small rituals when winter came. Sometimes it returned empty, carefully placed on a towel. Other times, it returned half full, as if a few warm sips were enough before the night continued. One night, a small bundle of firewood appeared, kept dry and tied with string. Another night, a packet of cocoa lay beside the cup, sweet and simple, for the cold hours. Nothing came with the note. And so, everything remained gentle. It wasn't really a conversation, but a rhythm, warmth given, warmth received, winter becoming more bearable in quiet, practical ways. One evening, the clinic nurse stopped by for just a minute. A few slow sips of tea under the porch light. Then light footsteps returning to the street, leaving behind a small roll of gauze, still neatly wrapped and clean, placed down with the same careful attention as everything else. Claire also placed it in the drawer, next to the cocoa powder and hand warmers. The drawer became a collection of comforting things. A silent roof gathered without planning, added without notice, growing larger night by night. On a colder night, the snow fell a little thicker. Claire set the cup down, then checked it one more time before going to bed, and found it was still intact. She brought it inside, reheated it, and then a few minutes later, placed it back on the porch. Hot tea cools down quickly in winter, and this small act now felt natural, like lighting a fire before bed. As she closed the door, she noticed the last step had been swept of snow. Someone had come, stopped, and then continued on. Perhaps they just needed to see the porch light, just for a moment. A small sign that warmth still lingered somewhere nearby. By morning, a small package was waiting on the porch. A replacement thermos, new and still sealed. And next to it, another packet of honey, returned as a familiar keepsake. That afternoon, Claire walked into town to buy groceries. The air was fresh, snow falling lightly under her feet with each step. Near the checkout counter, a jar of honey bars caught the light. Claire put a handful into her shopping cart, nothing special, just a little sweet to stock up for the winter. Outside the post office, she passed the mailman again. A silent nod. No need for conversation. Just a greeting. That evening, the cup again. It was set out, tea inside, a honey stick beside it, the tablecloth neatly folded underneath. The porch lamp was still shining, warm and gentle. The next day, the cup had done its job well. And beside it was a neatly folded napkin, inside which was an unopened bag of mint tea. A small response, given with the same quiet care. On a clear night, with light snowfall and a still sky, Claire stepped out onto the porch with her cup and sat for a few minutes. The porch lamp cast a soft glow on the steps, and the air felt quiet and crisply cool. A figure approached from the end of the path, then stopped at the edge of the light, as if checking to see if someone was sitting on the porch. Not yet. Claire didn't wave. She didn't call. She picked up the spare cup and placed it a little closer to the edge of the table, easily accessible without having to step out onto the porch. The person nodded once, stepped onto the porch, and sat down in the chair, their hands still warm from the cup. The porch fell silent, two people in the same circle of warm light, each with a cup, letting the night be still. When the tea was finished, the cup was placed back down on the table. And one last small thing was left ordinary, useful, and thoughtful. A slight nod, as if it belonged there. Then, and the figure stepped back into the darkness. Night. Claire lingered a little longer, watching the snow fall gently in the porch light. Inside, the fire burned small and softly. And in the drawer tea, honey, cocoa, hand warmers, gauze, kindling. There was a quiet imprint of something simple. Winter became a little more bearable by small acts of kindness. When the story settles, it may fade into the mind like snow melting in the night. You may retain the feeling of warmth, the porch lights, and the comfort of knowing that something simple is enough. And if sleep comes now, it may come gently, at the right time. Let the music continue to lull you to sleep.